For a nice nutritional dinner with hamburgers and french fries, you must have a salad or a vegetable. And in the salad you prepare, just throw in your cheese and whatever other things around the house that you have. A little salad dressing. Makes it all very enjoyable. Preparing the hamburgers. Well, you take a nice round bit of hamburger and then you flatten it out into a nice patty. However many that you are going to serve or however many the people will eat.
What is the suggestion on that? 2 apiece? Is that the proper way to?
Well, my family, myself and my son eat 1 and my husband usually eats 2 and the dog eats 1.
Doggy patty.
Doggy patty, right.
Is that any different from a regular patty?
No.
You're now preparing cheeseburgers?
Well, you don't put the cheese on until the hamburger is nearly done. Otherwise you have a pink in the middle.
Is there anything proper that you put on the table with the preparing of hamburgers? I mean...
Oh, always. You put onions as a must. Lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, whatever everybody improvises with hamburgers. The most important thing in fixing hamburgers is that you must get the inside cooked. Because sometimes if it's pink on the inside, that means it's still raw. This I have found to be a very good way of fixing hamburgers on the grill. You get the same taste as inside with a lot less bother, especially when it is cold and windy outside. But at least we don't have flames roaring into the air.
What exactly is temperature control?
Well, you have to keep it stabilized between too hot and too cold, so that you get it, just right. French fries, you like to have them just when they begin to turn a little bit brown, so that they're nice and crisp but not burned. And you just kind of keep turning them until you see that they are getting a little bit brown on the edges. You will see that they are almost in a perfect picture pattern right now. Almost ready to remove from the oil. You see that the hamburger is getting nearly done. Then you take a piece of cheese and you put on top and let it melt just barely. This gives a nice finishing touch. As you can see, they are coming along beautifully.
Certain brands that are any better than any other in any of these categories?
Yes. I, for one, really do prefer this mustard. This mustard is not too bad. Ketchup. But as a rule, I would pick Heinz ketchup because it is nice and thick and just is very good for dipping your french fries and pouring on your hamburger. But today we do have Hunt's.
Any secret in picking an onion?
Yes, that is very important. This is not the best onion. As you can see, it has the little round discolorings in the center. That means it is a very hot onion. If you pick an onion that does not have this in the center, it is much milder. Okay?
Well, I'm Mr. Heath and I love hamburger, but I think that There's some basic flaws in cooking the hamburgers that I detect. First of all, I like them pink in the center. Secondly, I only like to turn them twice. When I cook them on the grill, I turn them to one side and cook them, and then turn them the other side and cook them. Then a little light cook to just get the blood and grease off, and that's it. The French fries the same way. I think they should be just a trifle browner, although those look almost perfect because she mistimed the hamburgers. She basically does a pretty good job on Hamburg. She did the steaks last night and they were super, so she does know how to cook them, but she has to vary her cooking style because she has this son who is very finicky about the way things have to be done.
I would say that these French fries are what I would call about as perfect as you can get. As you will note, that they are brown and very crispy, but yet nice on the inside. You take your salt and you salt them, and they are ready to serve. You also make sure that when you are serving French fries, you put them in a very colorful bowl with a very colorful napkin or Scott towel, because this gives them an extra appeal, and it also drains the grease, which nobody needs to eat. French fries are greasy, but if you put this in and drain the grease, then they are perfectly healthful. But once you have placed the cheese upon the hamburger, you can't turn them again, so you have to be sure that the hamburger is nearly done. Back to the wine. A little wine for the cook. You can see the hamburgers are now done. And while I am trying to get this one, there we go. You will see that this is how a finished hamburger should look. Perfectly done. No pink left in the middle, except for this one and this one, which is for my guest and for mine. But this one done for my son especially is perfect. I'm going to try these hamburgers, and we will have a living testimonial upon whether they are edible or not.
I picked the right one, just right.
That stove's pretty good, isn't it? That stove is pretty good. This is probably one of the best hamburgers I have ever eaten.
It is good, boy. That's that.
Boy.
Mm.
Mmm. Mmm.